Good afternoon. Welcome to my Jen Stampin' for Fun Facebook page. It is Tuesday. It is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am here. So it has become a bit of a routine for me to jump on and share some stamping inspiration with you. If you're able to join in live, please do. Please comment and let me know you're here. Tell me what you are up to on this Tuesday afternoon before Christmas. We're getting really close to the Christmas day and holiday time, so don't be afraid to hop on and let me know that you are here. I am excited to be here. It is, wow, it's been busy, not busy, I guess is what I would say, that I've been busy doing some different things, mostly getting together with friends and others. Not so busy in my stamping craft cave. Hi Maureen, I'm glad you were able to find me and join on for Tuesday at 2 Facebook Live. What I have been doing in the craft cave is starting to play with some new product. So that's why I thought today for Tuesday at 2 I would share some products that are leaving us and also share some products that are coming. So it's kind of a mix of old and new. So once again, I am realizing that I did not do the raffle from last week, so I'll make sure that I get on and do that after I am finished here. But I do love it when you're able to join in and comment. So even if you're watching after the fact, don't be afraid to comment and say hello and tell me what you are up to getting ready for the holidays. And as usual, if you comment, you'll be entered into a drawing, as well as if you decide to share this Facebook video. It is a public video on Facebook, so you should be able to share it wherever you would like. And just let me know you've shared it so that I can enter you into another drawing. So I'm excited to give a couple of prizes away this week as well. So what can I tell you has been up here? I don't know if you can tell, but the craft cave is a little cleaner than usual because last night I said, that's it. I've got to clean up a bit so that I can start to play with some new products. And so why don't I start by showing what I have in these boxes over here. So believe it or not, we are almost at the end of the holiday catalog period. So we're saying goodbye to some things, but we're also saying hello to some new things. So you may not have seen the new catalog yet, which is coming out January the 3rd. You'll be able to access it on my website. But I just thought it would be fun for you to see what's in my boxes. For some reason, I always go crazy shopping whenever there's a new catalog. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. A huge reason why I became a demonstrator is so that I could be the first to check out the new product, to buy the new product. I think women everywhere, not just women, but I think people everywhere love beautiful things. So this is my little beautiful thing that I love to enjoy. So let me show you what I've got in my boxes just for fun, to give you a taste of all the things that I've already got my hands on. And don't forget, if you want to get your hands on stuff before the general public, you need to get the starter kit and be a part of my amazing Team Stick stampers, because as demonstrators we're allowed to order from the new catalog before others, and that's the way to get your hands on that new stuff right away. So let's take a look. Gosh, it seems so extravagant now that I'm pulling the boxes over, because it's actually 2 huge boxes. It didn't seem like that much when I was like keying it in on the computer. It just seemed like a few little treats, but it ended up being 2 boxes full. So let me dig in and see what I can find. Okay. A new stamp set called Amazing Life. I'll hold it a little closer so you can see it. All sorts of different fonts here. I think this one is probably going to be the most used. I love big things because it just fills up the front of the card. So that's something new from the catalog. I'm very excited about this. Hi Sandra, that's right, it is morning for you. You're in Australia. Thanks for popping in on my Tuesday at 2. I'm just sharing some of the goodies from my pre-order box. So I haven't even opened it yet. It's still in its cellophane wrap, but I am so excited. There's a butterfly punch coming back into the world. I love this, and of course it matches with a stamp set. Let's see if I can find the stamp set in here. Probably not. It might be, I've got 2 boxes, so it's really hard to dig everything out. So I'm just gonna randomly, this one is great because it can be used for masculine. If you're anything like me, making masculine cards can be a challenge. And of course, this one actually has thinlits that match and do some really neat things. So that's that. Let me show you some of the, also this is like the biggest time of the Stampin' Up! Year is starting January 3rd. It's called Celebration, and there are 3 wonderful things that happen in Celebration, and one of them is you can get free stuff with shopping. And so this is one of the free stamps you can get from shopping during Celebration. And of course it's not enough just to look at the stamp set. So you're gonna have to stay tuned with me on my page and my blog and my group, because you will start to see, I'll probably start maybe the week leading up to Celebration, probably in the next week or so. I'll start showing samples of things that we're going to use. Okay, bye Sandra, you're heading into work. Have a good day. Thanks for dropping in to say hi. So I know it's one thing to look at the stamp set. It'll be totally another thing to see the different samples that are made with it. I've been participating in swaps, so you'll start to see on my blog all sorts of samples using these stamp sets, because just looking at the case or looking at the images, exciting as it is, it doesn't really come alive until we make the projects. So once you start seeing projects, you are going to want that. I am so in love with the spring catalog, so in love. I mean, I already really enjoyed looking through it, but it was totally another level when I started stamping with it and playing with it and creating with it. Totally another level of love. So anyway, this is one of the stamp sets you can get free with your shopping in January. So free stamps are always good, right? Okay, so speaking of the butterfly punch, this is free paper you can get during Celebration. It is called Botanical Butterfly. And then I already have several packs open. I've already been creating a lot with it. So let me see if I can show you some of the different patterns, because it's fun to see new stuff, right? Look at that one. And then don't forget, there's the back side too, right? Isn't it fantastic that it's double-sided? So let's see another favorite of mine. Let's see. This one's pretty bright and colorful, but again, doesn't come alive till you see a project made with it. Let me grab one. I'll show you one of the cards we're probably going to make at my customer appreciation event. Those of you that have shopped with me the past year are eligible to come to my customer appreciation event on January the 2nd. We're just going to kick things off right away at the beginning of the new year. So January the 2nd, make sure you RSVP if you haven't already. And this might be one of the cards we make. I haven't decided for sure because I'm going to stamp more, but let me grab it for you. It uses that beautiful paper. What do you think? Don't be afraid to chop up your designer series paper. It really makes a big difference. I think sometimes we're afraid to cut up our paper because it's so beautiful when it's in one big sheet, but it's meant to be used. So cut it right up, and I've used it as a layer on this card. So sweet and simple card, but so pretty with the butterflies, right? So don't forget to RSVP for that if you haven't already. Okay, so that's some of the new stuff. And today's, I will be doing some stamping with some new product, hopefully, if all goes well. But if, okay, hang on, let me move this. So I will do some stamping with that, so stay tuned. But before I dive to that, I want to show you some stuff that's leaving. And this is one of the things on the closeout sale that is leaving. It is the Christmas punch tin. And it's in such a nice box, but it's actually on sale as part of the year-end closeout sales. So make sure you head to my online store and check out what's on sale and what's leaving. But I know I've showed this before, but it's really one of my favorites. I'll probably flip over the camera soon because I don't know if this is the most efficient way for you to see everything. But this tin is amazing deal right now on the closeout specials. You get the stamp set, you get the inks, you get a block, and you get a punch. So, I mean, you can't go wrong. You've got everything you need to start creating Christmas tags. I know we're kind of at the end for Christmas, but when you get this tin on sale, you can get ready for next year's Christmas season in a flash. The matching punch matches with every single one of the stamps that come in the stamp set, and it comes in this really nice gift tin. So don't miss out on it, because when it's gone, it's gone. It's on the retiring list. It's on special right now, and so I definitely wanted to give it a little promo before it disappears for good. And then the other one I wanted to show you that was leaving is this designer series paper. I think it's called the All is Bright designer series paper. I'll hold it up a little closer because the artwork, I think it's actually a photograph more than anything, because it's so realistic, this paper. And it is also on the retiring list. You will not get it later. Now is the time to get it. So we're saying farewell with these retiring closeout items. And so here's a sample of a card that I made with it, but this paper really makes the card shine because it's just so pretty, so realistic, right? And it just gives warm fuzzies, the Christmas season with the holly and the branches and everything. And so I just dressed it up with our bulb punch and the sprig punch. I believe these punches are carrying over. I'm not sure, the bulb punch might not be, but the sprig punch is carrying over. So anything that's a bundle in the holiday catalog, this is also your last chance to get that bundle at a 10% off. So anyway, just wanted to highlight some of the stuff that was leaving. So we're kind of in this transition. Some things are leaving, some things are coming. It's a very exciting time of year. It's also exciting because I'm sure you're getting ready for different family things, different holiday things, but we don't want to forget that celebration is coming. Okay, so let's do some stamping. If you're just joining in, don't be afraid to comment, because when you comment, you'll be entered into a drawing. So just say hello, tell me where you're from, tell me what you're getting ready for as the Christmas day approaches. And then also, if you want to share this public video, feel free. You'll also be entered into another drawing, but just let me know that you shared it so that I can enter you in the drawing. Okay, so now I just suddenly realized I don't think I checked my mount. I set it up, but I forgot to check. So let's see if I have it set it up right. Otherwise, I'll have to do some adjustment. Okay, so let me flip this around. And I think we are okay. Let's see whether I can, oh, okay. It's a little bit crooked here. Okay, so crafters know it's good to prepare ahead of time. So the next occasion after Christmas that we need to get going for is, of course, Valentine's Day. So I thought I'd show a couple of projects that we made at our team get together earlier this month. So when you're a part of the Team Stick Stampers, you actually always have some different projects to stamp each month. I have a get together just for my team each month. And even if you're long distance, I do have some girls from further away. You can order these make and takes and I'll just mail them directly to your door. So for just a minimal charge, just to cover the postage to get there. Okay, so this is, we got to get ready for Valentine's Day. So this was one of the team make and takes, and this was one of the team make and takes. It's like a frame. And so my team members all got the video emailed to them on how to make the frame. Okay, so there's all sorts of perks on being part of the Team Stick Stampers. So if you're at all interested in finding out what you need, it's actually the best deal. Just getting the starter kit will get you onto my team. But let's do some stamping. Now, don't forget, I know I mentioned the things that we're leaving. This is sort of the last chance to get some of those things. So if you do, make sure you go browse the store, genevieve.stampinup.net, hit the shop button. And if you do decide to shop, make sure to use this host code because I have some ordering specials. I forgot to mention that. These sequins are not yet available. They'll be available with the spring catalog. And let me see if I can pull them out. These are the Gingham Gala sequins. I'll hold them up there so that you can see them. So you'll actually get half a pack of the sequins and one spool of the organdy ribbon. Okay, so they come in all different colors. So it's kind of random what color will be mailed to you. But if you do decide to place an order using this host code, as long as your order is $40 or more, that is the gift that I will mail you directly to your door. A spool of the ribbon and then half a pack of the new sequins. Okay, so these are the pretty, pretty sequins that are meant to coordinate with the whole gingham suite that we have in the new catalog. I know you haven't seen it yet, but you'll just have to take my word that it's very fun. So let me show you a bit closer. See, it's not just, some of the sequins are actually floral shaped. Isn't that fun? Okay, perfect. So let me get this out of the way, and I'm going to do a little stamping with some new product just to get you excited about what's coming, because it will be here before we know it. Oh, I don't even know if I have all my pieces ready. I've been running around doing some different holiday things. So let's see. I am missing the card base. We kind of need that. Let me get that here. Okay. So I'm just using some Whisper White thick cardstock. And what I'll do to make the base is simply, this one was cut at the 4 1/4 mark, and then we'll just fold it in half. I can actually score it. I find the Whisper White thick is pretty thick, so it's nice to kind of get that score at the 5 1/2 inch mark. And the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is perfect because there's a blade here, but there's also a scoring tool right here. So it's sort of like a 2-in-1 tool right there. So it will score it, we'll fold it, and that will be our card base. And then I'm using this lovely lipstick cardstock. I believe this is 3 1/4. Yep, 3 1/4 inches. And then that will be here. And I'm just using some of our glimmer paper, sort of the Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper. And I'll just snip a banner on either end. So what I like about paper crafting is that it's not too complicated. This is how I snip the banners. I know people do it in different ways, but what I do is I eyeball the middle, and then I kind of go from the corner and meet it up. That just helps it to be a little bit even. If it's not perfect, it's okay. It's handmade. So maybe we'll start by putting this piece down. I'll use some of our snail here and put that down. And I'm using, okay, so this is the lovely lipstick cardstock. Maybe I'll put that down. There we go. I know you might think it's early to be crafting for Valentine's Day, but I don't really think so, considering we're almost into January. Okay, and then this is a new designer series paper. It's double-sided. I don't know which side I want to use. I think I'll use this side with the crumb cake. Let me hold it up so you can see the different colors. There's the crumb cake color, some flirty flamingo, some balmy blue, our lovely lipstick there. I love how everything coordinates with Stampin' Up! So it's not hard to make things look cute because everything matches. Very exciting. Just like that. Let me show you a little bit more of that paper. Let me see whether I've got some here. Okay, Here we go. So this is some new paper coming in the new catalog. Here's a few more sheets. I've already been diving in case you can't tell. I've been diving in and playing with the paper. Okay, so you can see some different things there. This is called the All My Love Designer Series paper. So, oh, thanks, Maureen, for sharing the video. You'll be entered into the drawing. So those of you just joining in, don't forget, if you comment, you'll be entered into a drawing. And if you share the video, you'll be entered in a drawing. So see, you can sort of see both sides of the Designer Series paper there. So there's quite a lot in there. And as I said, don't be afraid to chop it up. Don't just look at its beauty. Make sure you're chopping it up to make projects, right? Because when you make the projects, then you can give it to someone and bless them, right? You got to chop up your paper. That's what it's for. Okay, so anyway, the DSP, the Designer Series paper, I cut it at 3 inches by 3 inches, and it fit perfectly onto my 3 1/4 inch by 3 1/4 inch lovely lipstick cardstock. Okay, and then what I am using is this stamp set called Meant to Be. And so this is something new that's coming in the new catalog. I want to show you what else is new. In the new catalog, there will not be any wood mount rubber stamps. All the rubber stamps will be this new kind called Cling. And what it is it's still the same high quality rubber. I'm doing a little kind of side information from the card. So it's like a little break from making the card because I just want to show you how the Cling stamps work. In the past, I actually did not put on the sticker because the sticker did not cling that well to the block, but they have changed the formulation of the stickers. So now it clings very, very well. So let me show you. I want to make sure I'm doing the right image here. If you can see, there's like a little seam. And so you'll be able to peel this off. Okay. And then you'll also peel, I already did it. I kind of peeled the backing off of the rubber stamp. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up and stick it onto the sticker. Okay, so even if it's not perfect, it's okay, but you're trying to kind of line it up with the sticker, and then it peels off like that. Okay, so all this does, this is very, very sticky. I know you can't see that, but previously our clear mount rubber stamps, the sticker was not very sticky and it didn't stick that well to the block. Okay, but this one sticks amazingly, amazingly. Like, I mean, I can rub it like this, it's not going to come off. I can kind of tug at it, it's not going to come off. So the new Cling rubber stamps are solving our problem, because those of us that used the clear mount stamps, there was a trouble with it not clinging well to the block. So we had lots of fixes. Like I just wouldn't put the sticker on because I found it clung better. Some people would put glue on and let it dry. But now with this new formulation of sticker, it clings perfectly. It actually clings so well that when you take it off, you have to be a little bit careful. I find you have to actually get your nail underneath, because if you don't and you just try to pull it off, you could kind of rip the rubber here. So just make sure you're getting your nail underneath the sticker and it will come off. But at least it will come off only when you're pulling it, not when you're stamping. Okay, so that was just a little side note from making the card, but let's get back to making the card. I cut out these heart images using the coordinating thinlits that go along with this stamp set. Okay, so this stamp set is the Meant to Be, and then I'll show you what I do. I've got just a box with all my Big Shot stuff, so I just kind of flip through. Hopefully I can find it here. Because I have a lot of things going on. Wouldn't it be very funny if I don't have it? Anyway, I'll have to look for it. I can't even remember what it's called at the moment. I'll have to look it up. Maybe it's this one. Yep, it's called the Be Mine Stitched Framelit Dies. So I'll show you. And of course, when you buy them together, when you buy these two things together, you get like a 10% discount. So there's all these different heart images. And the very fun thing about the heart image, you'd think it just cuts out a stitched heart. But in fact, it's almost got a double blade. So when it cuts out, you wind up with two pieces. You wind up with this inside piece and this outside piece. It's so fantastic. You're not going to want to miss out on that. Okay, so let me show you how I finished the card. I'll put these thinlits back so I don't lose them. Okay, those of you just joining in, I'm just sharing some new product from the new catalog because I know sometimes people are excited to see that. And of course, it's time to get ready for Valentine's Day, so I thought I would make a Valentine's card. And I used the lovely lipstick to cut that out. And I'm going to use the Meant to Be. So this is a stamp. It says Meant to Be. I'll stick it right on the block there. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect since I think the heart will be a bit on an angle. And I'm going to do some heat embossing. So all I'm going to do is just use my embossing buddy, and this just helps take the static off where I want to stamp. And I'm using our Versamark ink pad and just inking that up. The good thing about the Versamark is that it's very, very sticky. It's kind of a sticky ink. And we need it to be sticky so that when we're stamping, the ink will be sticky, and we are going to pour some embossing powder on top. So the Versamark is like a clear ink. It just gives like a watermark effect. Here, let me see. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. See? But I'm going to pour some of this white embossing powder on it. And then we'll pop it back in. Okay, look at that, but it's not done yet. Let me close this off. Now, this is what I do. I know people do different things, but what I do is I fold a seam in my paper, and I kind of funnel the powder back into the jar. So this way, a little jar of embossing powder will last a very long time because you just kind of recycle and reuse, right? And now my little thing is I always close the lid of my embossing powder before I turn on my heat gun. I kind of close it all up so that we don't have any accidents. I have learned from experience. So I have this powder on, and then I'm just going to use our heat tool on the highest setting, and what'll happen is I'll turn it on, and this will go, it will actually cause a chemical reaction where this will melt and raise up. So sorry for the noise, but I gotta do it here. Okay, so what this is doing, it's actually quite hot, so you don't want to burn your fingers. And I don't know if you can see, but it's going to start getting white and shiny. Can you see the difference of the ones where there was the chemical reaction? Let me get the rest of it. There we go, that's it. Okay, so it's all white and shiny, and then we will pop that right on the card, just like that. Okay, look at how quick and easy that Valentine's Day card is. It could actually, I don't think there's any reason why this couldn't also be a wedding card or an anniversary card. I'm just going to stick this frame on using our fine tip glue pen. The great thing about this fine tip glue is that it has a super fine tip here. But the thing is, when you use it, as soon as you're done, you have to put the lid on, because if the lid clogs up, it's a bit of a pain. So just make sure that, but look at how fine this tip is. So that way you can just kind of put the glue on. Okay, and then we'll stick that right onto our card. Okay, and I find it helps to hold it there for a second. Okay, it just helps keep it in place. In the meantime, remember what I said, your fine tip glue, you want to close it up right away. And so one of my friends, Laura Linda, she's a nurse, she said, and look at the lid even has a pin to help prevent it from clogging up when it's not in use. She said to put your finger here because she used to do injections and things like that, and she said that really helps with aiming the needle into the right place. So let's see if that helps us. Normally it helps us, but of course if I'm doing a Facebook Live and I'm live and on camera, I don't know whether I'll be able to get that needle in exactly where I need to, but basically the needle goes right into the fine tip of the glue jar, and I want to close the lid so that it doesn't get clogged up. And of course, if I don't put my finger there, I won't be able to see it. I don't know, since I hit past 45, my eyes, it's like they're playing tricks on me. I can't see half the time. Okay, normally I don't have this much trouble. It must be because I'm on camera, and I will have to do that later, but I am trying to close it. Let's see if I can get that in there. There we go. Okay, so we've got that lid closed. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I see there might be somebody else joining in. Don't be afraid to comment so that I can enter you into the drawing. Let me know that you're watching. I do have some prizes to give away, so I'll just use the dimensional and pop that up on the back. Maybe I'll use 2. Okay, you can never have too many Stampin' Dimensionals sometimes. It's kind of fun. Okay, so that's how we're going to finish up this card. Okay, so I hope that gives you a flavor of the new product coming in the catalog and gets your mojo flowing to create something handmade, whether you're getting ready for Valentine's Day or whether you're still stamping for the holidays. I'm just going to show you one more thing. I'm not going to make it for you, but I just want to show you something that I was playing with. I am going to work on it again, but I was trying to make like a little post-it note holder. So maybe next week, maybe I'll show that if I get my act together. So it kind of folds flat like this, and then you could put a post-it note here, and then the post-it note would hold the easel up. Okay, hi Janet, thanks so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that card. Okay, so this is something else I've been playing with. I think I want to kind of change up what's going on in here. But we'll see, So hopefully you guys are having fun getting ready for the holidays. And let me flip this around so I can kind of talk with you all properly. There we go. So now you know my secret. I actually put this on my ink caddy, so I don't have a proper tripod. Okay, my hair's all over the place. Because what I did this afternoon is I actually went to the massage therapist. I wanted to just do some relaxing, and so you know when they do the head massage part, it makes the hair go all over the place, and then I kind of ran back. Thanks so much, Maureen. So I wish you guys all the best. I don't think I will be on next week on Tuesday, because I'm thinking that's Christmas Eve. Because what are we now? We're like the 18th now. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It'll be Christmas Day next week. So I'm definitely not going to be on next week. And I think the week after will be, I'm not sure. So I might get on the week after, but definitely not next week. But I will be returning to Tuesday at 2 Eastern Standard Time. And by then we'll be into the all about the new occasions catalog and celebrations. So I will have a lot to show you then, and I'll have some new projects and new products. But hopefully you got a little bit of taste of the things that are leaving. Sniff, sniff, like this pretty paper and some of the holiday stuff. Oh, it'll be New Year's Day. Okay, no, I will probably get on New Year's Day because the day after will be my customer appreciation event. So I will be right into the Stampin' Up world and right into creating in my craft cave. So I will probably have a lot to show you and be very excited to show you on New Year's Day. So I probably will be on, but just I won't be on next week. But I will keep up with Tuesday at 2 because it is fun to get on and show you some of the things that I've been working on. Okay, so don't forget, last chance for some of these goodies. Make sure to head to my online store. Don't forget I have that online ordering special. And Stampin' Up updated the clearance rack. So make sure to check that out. And so I do have a special. What day is today? The 18th? So it goes until the 19th. If your online order is $100 or more, I will actually rebate you. I will give you money back for whatever you paid in shipping. So it's like free shipping, but because it's my personal thing, you can't do anything on the ordering system. You have to just pay for the whole thing, and then I will send you a check or a money transfer for the amount that you paid in shipping if your online order is $100 or more. That ends tomorrow. But otherwise, for the rest of December, the online ordering special is half a pack of the new gingham gallon sequins and a spool of the beautiful organdy ribbon. Is that how you say the word? Organdy? I don't think it's organdy. Yeah, I think it's organdy. Okay. So make sure that you head to my online store. There is some amazing deals on the clearance rack. So that is it. Get back to your Christmas crafting and Christmas baking and what else you have to do. And I will speak to you in 2 weeks on Tuesday at 2. And we'll keep in touch on my Facebook group and make sure you're on my newsletter. I'll still be around. I'm not going away. I am still in town and everything. Thank you, Maureen. Merry Christmas to you too. And those of you that are watching after, don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share so that I can enter you into the drawing. Talk to you later. It might be some new stuff. We'll see. Okay, thanks. Have a great afternoon or evening wherever you're watching from. Bye for now.